Hello, hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome back to my studio. I know it's been a long time, but I have a fabulous video to share with you today. I have been one busy girl, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I hope each and every one of you had a wonderful Christmas and a fabulous New Year, and that your January is starting off great. So here I am. I've missed you all like crazy. Mwah. Thank you for watching, you guys, and for sticking it out with me. But I am back, and I may have made a video before this. So if I did, forgive me. If I didn't, then hello. So I hope you're all healthy and happy this new year. And this video, I am hoping you will stay through the entire thing. There is so much yumminess to share with you. And the things that I share with you today are things that I already have videos of. So if you see something and you think, wow, I want to make that, you can go find it on one of my videos. I have over 600 videos to share with you. We have been around for almost 5 years. We're coming up on that anniversary in a couple of months. Can you believe it? I can't. Oh my gosh, time has flown by. So anyway, this is a show, share, tell, chat. But there's a lot here. So hang in. Don't quit the video early because you may miss the thing that you wished you had seen, right? And of course, you can go back and watch it in bits and pieces. Now, what this mainly is to show you what is going into the shop. Or, excuse me, it's already in the shop. When you see this video, everything I show you, with the exception of these two pieces right here, these pieces right here, are not in the shop. But everything else I show you today will be in the shop, okay, for you to purchase if you would like to do so. And I will tell you that there are a lot of things that range under $20 on up. So, under 20. So for those of you who have a tight budget, but you'd like to have one of my pieces, you'll be able to do that. Okay, so there are gifty items. There's going to be beautiful shabby chic. There's my usual style. So I've got a little Bridgerton, got a little bit of everything. Okay, so first thing I want to start with, this is in the shop, and this is that 3-tiered pink tray that I have. I don't know, it's not going to show well because I just, Anyway, this tiered tray that I use to put all of my goodies on, which I just dumped all my lace off. I've had bling on it. I've had, let's see, all kinds of things. I don't know if you can really see it. But anyway, there's good pictures of it with dimensions. When I bought this, it came in a set of 2. And I didn't have room for the second tray. I was heartbroken. I hung on to it forever. It's never been put together. The one that's in the shop is brand new, never been put together. We have instructions, dimensions, and all that for it. So if you need a tiered tray to put your yummies, your goodies, you want something pretty in your room, this is the tray for you. Or it's great. It is a cupcake tray, so you could use it for a party if you've got a little girl or a granddaughter. I'm going to move that. That you want. So that is in the shop, ready to go, waiting for you. So I thought I'd open it with the 3-tier tray. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is some yummy thing. I'm going to move this aside a little and move this over. Now, this is a, pink Parisian market box. And it's a kit box. And what we have in this gorgeous pink box, and I'm showing it to you like this now because, by the time it's a mailing box, but by the time the post office gets done with it, who knows what it's going to look like, right? I don't have control over what they do to boxes. But anyway, it's a wonderful kit box, and you're going to see. All right, so we open it up, and, this is the basic. It'll be filled with shred and all kinds of goodies tucked into the shred. So if you buy one of these and you take everything out of the box, look for all the little pretties that go with it, okay? Because there's going to be things that I'm going to sprinkle and sparkle into the shred. And the shred should be pink, of course. And this is the, this is the Pink Parisian and Texture digital kit. It is going to come with a fully printed kit, everything that you need to make a project. Okay, so we're going to go over what's in that kit first, and then we'll go over what's in the box, right? So I'm gonna, I always put it in an envelope because I try to keep the dust down. I live in, excuse me, something came in the window, farm country, and we have a lot of dust and dirt. Let me see if I can. Okay, so look at this. Look at all the laces and the yum. Oh, and it's sort of a wintry kit, but honestly, there are so many bits and pieces that you could cut out. And this is going to come in the box. So we've got our, what do you want to call these? Cabinet card. These are cabinet card images that we've created. Now, see, this could be used in any journal. This one, too. Doesn't have to be winter, but isn't that stunning? Look at the dimension in that. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Look at all the embellishments. Got a full collage page. Now, you guys, I have 4 full baskets sitting next to me, so this is just the beginning, right? So that could be used anytime. All these I've shown you so far could be used anytime. Definitely a winter, spring, early spring kit. Not a spring flower kit, but sometimes in spring we still have snow and rain and cold. It doesn't always go with the calendar, right? Look at all the dimension in these. Jolene did a fabulous job. The reason we call it Parisienne is because here's our Paris with the Eiffel Tower. And of course, the different pieces that are printed are all French. You know me, right? You know. I'm not sure which way this would go. You could use it any way you want. It's just gorgeous. Doesn't it just look like, oh, yum. And a lace piece. Now, these could back anything, any kit that you're doing, or any of the ephemera I'm about to share with you. Okay, so that's the base kit, right? And then we have the ephemera. Oh, you can use this year-round, honestly. I don't care if someone's wearing fur in summer. Doesn't matter to me. Look at these journal cards. These were the extra large. You can make a tag book with this. Oh my gosh, you can do so many things. These are the extra large journal cards. These are the fold-over journal cards that when you fold them over and glue them together, it makes a front and back journal card. So we have those. All right, and we got another sheet. Aren't they beautiful? We've got some extra cutouts so that you can, ephemera that you can use these ladies anywhere and on anything. Got some more here. We've got more tags and bits and pieces. See, that's on both sides, so I have to turn it over. I don't know why I want to cough. I don't know. I'm not sick. I think it's an allergies. In this room, there are so many papers and different eras of papers. I don't know. I told my husband we need to keep these windows open in case there's any mold buildup from old papers. Okay, so you got pockets and file folders and tags and journal cards and envelope as a file folder, and these are pockets. Here's a lovely envelope, and you put that lace piece on the back of this, and you've got, I think that's our last piece, yeah. And then that gives you, a lovely, I'm going to sit now. I was standing there. Ooh. All right, let's do that. Let me put these all back. Aren't they gorgeous? That way you get another look at them. I have the camera up, excuse me. Apologize. Up high. It's sunny today. It's 72. In mid-January. What? All right. So this is the digital kit that comes in this box. I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't want to get it caught up with anything else. I saved one for me to show you because honestly, I used this kit up in a project, which is these. And I'm going to show you these in just a minute after I go through the box. Okay. So you could make, this is a beautiful flip-flop journal, and it is made with a bunch of those papers. So We'll get to that in a minute. So now we have our box. I may stand up again because I just feel like I can't quite. So you're going to start, this will be on the top. You will open it up. Now there'll be shred and all kinds of gorgeous things in here. And we have all these darling little cups filled with goodies for you to play with. Lots of sparkle and bling. Now, as you know, everything from the box on down can be used, whether it is this tie or these pom-poms, in your journal, in your creative making. The cups can be flattened out or they can be left as is. These are laces. There's a beautiful floral flower. We have pearls. We have diamonds. We've got a giant paper clip. We have more. We have strings of pearls here. These are individual pearls here. And all those beautiful things. We have a lovely pack of ephemera for you here that you can use. These are, what do you call them? Swatch cards for you to use, as well as wrap things on. All Paris themed. Here we've got a lovely tea bag, and we have frames and all kinds of goodies for you. I don't know why we sealed this one. We should have left this one open so I could show you all the goodies. But keep in mind, this is something that can be used in the journal, this actual envelope. And instead of just leaving it a plain envelope, we put something in it. And look at all this yummy, yummy, I don't know if you could see the sparkle, bling. We've got frames and we have whale tails. Whoops. And goodies for you to use. And then you put it in here. And this little bag, this little envelope is perfect on a page as a pocket. So you can use that. We've got a tea bag you can use in your journal. Decorate it up with some of the beautiful bling that's in here. Not everything has to go inside the journal. Some things like the pearls and the diamonds and the glitz and the glam goes on the outside cover because, of course, you need to decorate a cover. And you're going to want to wrap some bits and pieces, maybe some lace and things on some of these little cards. Here are some beautiful bits to use in your journal. We've got eyelash trim. We have the snow mesh. We've got some really pretty, that goes with the kit, really lovely appliques, a couple different kinds of bulky yarns that you can use in your journal or make tassels. We have here bits. Now, these are all the different kinds of bags, a postcard, envelope. Some of these things are vintage. Some are brand new. Papers. We have something that's really rare and hard to get. I will show you. I feel it's one of the things that makes it quite special. Hold on. This stuff is sticky. I could end up stuck to the bag. Wouldn't that be funny? Not really, huh? Of course, there's a beautiful paper clip you can use in your journal. It's a heart paper clip. So everything that's here is usable. So we have all of these. This is vintage, very old. Got a beautiful postcard. We've got some more glassine envelopes and bags. We've got tall ones. We've got some vintage papers. This is vintage packing paper. It's about 30 years old. Almost 40 years old. From our move 40 years ago. And then we have this beautiful piece of vellum. You cannot buy this anymore. I've looked everywhere in the world for it and I cannot find it. So I'm sharing it with you. This is just a sticky note here and it just happened to stick itself to that. So that's fine. And paper bag that you can make. We've made a million paper bag projects. We have a wonderful little envelopes. We've got all kinds of goodies for you to use inside of your journal that can go on your pocket pages. And then, of course, this darling paper clip, which I can never... I'm bad with these paper clips. I think it's my arthritis. Okay. Hold on, come on. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Ah, no, we can. All right, there we are. So that is going to be in there. All these things are for you to use inside your journal as pockets, as wonderful bits and pieces. It's all together for you, right? You don't have to go... Of course, we carry every bit of this. Well, most of it. We don't have the vellum and we don't have some of the other. But most of this, if you just want to get bits and pieces of this, you can find it in the shop once the kits sell out. We have a beautiful chiffon bag for you to put your journal in when you're done or store your goodies. But one of the things I have given you is a sparkle glittery... I don't think you can see it. It doesn't show. Oh, it's stunning. It's a glitter paper that we put the lace on. We have the bag. And then I have to sit down to do this. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. All right. So then we have the beautiful bag. And we have a beautiful pink envelope that can be used to make a journal cover, because look at this, it opens here. That's unusual, right? It doesn't open at the top. It opens on the side, and it could be folded into a journal. And if you had that tucked in, you could use it as a pocket. This could be your journal cover. I mean, you have options. We have sourced as many unique things as we could find. And it's all printed for you and ready to go. And we put this in a bag to protect it because, you know, there is shipping and we do worry about things getting wet. So everything's in plastic to protect all of your beautiful pieces because it is raining. And sometimes the mail people are a little less than careful with your stuff and leave it sitting in the rain. And then when you get it, you've got a soaked box, right? And then we have a giant undecorated paper bag that can be made into a journal. Use it as the backing on a lot of your cards or your projects. We do have to bend it just a tad to get it in here. So, you know, don't mind that. And there you have it, guys. I love this kit. We've worked really hard on sourcing and putting together things. I hate to untie this, but I do want to show you what's in here because I think these are the stars right here. They're in a lovely bag, and you can use every bit of everything here, including the plastic. So we have a giant paper clip you could decorate. We've got beautiful 3 different colors of string pearls. We have all kinds of beautiful charms. I got my hand backwards there. Let me see if I can turn it around. There we go. We've got we've got an Eiffel Tower, on ball pin. We've got a safety pin, and then we have some rose gold charms on a ball pin. So that's in that little baby, and they're all, of course, in these bags. And these bags, if you glue them onto a page, you can use them as a pocket, right? Awesome. I'll just tie all this later, put it back together. Actually, Jolene did all the tying, so we can let her do the work. Not me. Then we have hello, I'm being attacked by Eyelet. Pretty polka dot bag you could use in your journal if you want. We've got 2 vintage, these are vintage laces. They are on a lovely, really cute, what do you call them? Clothespin, okay? So we have those for you. And these cups, aren't these cups just darling? You could open it up flat, do something with it, use it. Well, one of these open flat, if you took it off the bottom, laid on a page would make a fabulous pocket. So like I said, everything here can be used, you know, to, I'm going to let Jolene put that back together. She's going to kill me. Don't tell her I did this, okay? All right. Don't tell her. She'll figure it out if she watches the video. Ooh, and then be like, Mom. No, she'll know when she comes to close up the boxes and we load them. She'll be like, what happened? We have this gorgeous, I couldn't find these again anywhere. So that's a beautiful flower. I found them once. Then we have large pearls. We've got some diamonds. We've got some gold. We've got some bling. So these are all things that can nestle in and around on a cover as your 3D, even with this, as your 3D pieces. So if you get creative with your cover, oh my gosh, you've got this. And then, of course, you have pom-pom that you can use across the top of a pocket. We're using it to tie the package closed. But like I said, you can use every bit of this in your journal or whatever you want to make. You can do folio, a journal, a book, an altered book. So this is going to be in the shop. There'll be photos. Of course, Sterling will take photos of this beautiful pink Parisian box. I think that will be the name too. And what I did is I used vintage Victorian Shabby Winter, vintage Victorian Shabby Winter 2 pink shabby backgrounds, fashion Victorian words, pink rosy words. I used pink washi strips. I used my old Paris digital laces. and a number of other word strips for these projects that were made from that kit and a lot of the goodies. This is not, of course, in the pink Parisian, but you could use the pink Parisian ladies on the cover, right? And just cover up your pages. You can do some really fun bits. This is the vintage Victorian Christmas. That's this one. This one's a little more Christmassy, but of course you could make it all winter. But you could take that kit and just make yourself a book by just simply doing what I did here. See, I haven't got this one done, but you can see I was busy. I was looking to see where I know I used some of the pages from the kit in here. I just don't know where they are. But it's just to give you an idea of what you could do with that pretty pink Parisian kit is you can make yourself a altered book with it. Because I know people are going to go, what am I going to do with it? You could create a 3D piece with it. I made this 3D piece with it. And you could just put like one of the ladies here instead of this. But you can't see, but in the background is the pink lace and some of the other bits and pieces. But you could make something like this with that. And it's not Christmassy. You can see it's just very wintry. And that was like what the pearls and all the bling were for, so that you could make something like that. Okay. Now, like I said, these are not for sale in the shop. This isn't either because it's not completed. But you can see the pink lace is there. Some of my words are there. I don't know. Oh, there's one of our ladies that's in the kit is there. Okay, so this is not put together yet. But there are bits and pieces. I believe she's from that kit as well, the pink Parisian. So, I don't think that is, but I used it mixed in with a combination. And Jolene has all these kits that you see here available in the shop. And I've sprinkled the number of kits throughout this little beauty. And I was trying to find the pieces from the kit. Oh, I think she's in that kit. The pink Parisian, you know, that comes in that box. I'm just kind of quickly going through here. I don't want to spend all day on this, but you can use any of the pages, you know, for pages if you wanted to do something like this. Someday I'm going to finish this thing. As you can see, it's like ready to be finished, but up, but isn't. Well, you can see I did use bits and pieces of, yep, she's definitely in the pink Parisian kit, but you can see what, and then there's your lace right there. There's your eyelash trim. You've got the beautiful pom-poms. You know, you've got a little bit of bling. So you can do pages like that with that Parisian kit. This is, I think this background is a Parisian kit. Because I did a lot of lovely bits and pieces here. So anyway, this was just to give you an idea of what the kinds of things you can make using that beautiful little Parisian kit that we have there. Okay, this was just to encourage you. So, like I said, it's in the shop and ready to go. There are only 6. If you don't see any when you go, they have sold out. If you only see a few, that's it. When they're gone, they're gone. And they won't get left in there forever. Eventually, we will pull them out. So, now, we're going to move on to other stuff that's in the shop that you wonder where I've been the last month or so? This is where I've been, is working on all of these finishing these fabulous products. Now, forgive me, everything is in plastic because we are getting ready to ship, right? The minute they sell, they're ready to ship. And this is the Bridgerton wallet. Bridgerton inspired ballroom Regency romance wallet. That is a mouthful, but that's what it is. Okay. And this girl is a beauty. She has so much work. So many pearls, so much bling. I mean, so this is a wallet style. And here's the little, the thing that you open your wallet. You know, I don't know if you remember wallets from those days. My mom used to have wallets like this. I did too. Now, there is a journal card in here, but I'm not going to pull it out. Down in that pocket, or there's maybe a couple. I don't know if I can get it. I don't think I should. Oh no, there's a couple little bits in there. Okay, I'm not going to pull everything out because for the person who gets it, you know how I do that, right? So I did pull this one out because I want to be able to open the wallet. This is a one-of-a-kind piece, never to be reproduced. But it's got lots of journal cards. Now, the journal cards in the pockets are plain because this is so full. I couldn't even get everything I made in it. But I wanted to... This camera and even the pictures in Etsy will not do it justice, you know. So this comes out up here. It makes a flap on that pocket. But when you take it out, you have a lovely little fold down to write on. Look at that. I'm going to show a lot of this because this is a special piece. Everything else I'll zoom through. Okay, I promise I won't bore you. We got beautiful pieces here to share with you. This is tea. There's the library. So basically it's showing you a Bridgerton style home where they would have their dining, where their library, what their library looks like, the ballroom, the gloves, the house, bits of the house. Okay, this was my imagination of Bridgerton, right? This is my take on what, you know, like what goes on there in their hair. And then in this pocket, of course, was this. Let's see, is there anything else in the pocket? Oh, yes, there is. I'm going to put that back. There is another giant piece in here, and it's this beautiful pocket with all of the goodies, right? Isn't that pretty? Now, I didn't over bling the inside because it's got to fit in here. And when I tried that, now, I made something to put this beautiful thing in, and I had blinged this up so much it wouldn't fit. So I had to be careful. I had to back off on how much I could decorate, like, the inside bits and pieces, right? So then we go to another page, and we have this beautiful pieces. We've got our teacup on a graceful pink doily. We have this beautiful, oh, I love this envelope. You open it up, and there's a lovely little, shows the bedroom, the boudoir. So we've got this beautiful little piece here. Okay, I'm going to sit down again, guys, so I can put them back. But you can see everything has lots of lace, pearls, gorgeous, graceful words. And like I said, you know, Bridgerton's coming out again, and this is a gorgeous piece that would be just, it's got vintage lace on it, you know. Then we've got another one of those little envelopes, but this envelope has the top, and it's got all the bling, you know, you could see it. And then when you take, there are cards in here. We've got things that are on your dressing table. You're getting ready to go. More things from your dressing table. So it's just a stunning, stunning little envelope pocket full of gorgeous pieces. You could write on if you wanted to write on this, or this is something that would look good on a dressing table, your nightstand. That's a real stamp, and that is a real stamp put on there from the Queen of England. So it's perfect. I don't know what year it is. It didn't say. Okay, but I know where it came from and what it is, right? So we've got that, and then, oh, we're getting caught. And then, oh, I see some pearls that have moved. I'll have to go back and fix that. I'll fix that. So we have beautiful carriage that gets tucked inside with the crown. We've got the tea, the jewelry box. Gorgeous, 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 right? And then this goes back here. Again, I could not fill these pockets. I actually had to take things out of this because it would not close. And then when you go to the back of the wall, you know how you always have your credit card slots? Well, our credit card slots are full of tags. Now, I'm not going to pull all of these out because they won't... You actually, to get them in and out, you're going to have to open it up and take a couple pieces out because they're in there so tightly. But you've got the library, you've got a ballroom, you've got lots of pretties. They're all decorated up, but look at the back of this. Completely, totally yummy. It is a stunning wallet. And then what I do is I take this card here, goes in. There, to help keep that closed. It fits in there, but then this is kind of has a little tough time closing. Well, I don't know. I mean, I had it closed before. You have to move it down. There we go. It will close. But I like it better over the clasp to protect the clasp because that is a pearl. You know, this is all 3D. This wallet is very 3D. It has a lot. I don't know. I didn't do a lot of stickles work on this. I let the fabrics, the laces, the pearls, the gold, the stunning dimensions of these pearls. I don't know if you could see the dimension. This one, you know, it has a pearl chain. That's dimensional. I mean, there's dimension all bows. There's dimension everywhere. So this is my Bridgerton Regency Romance. I had made this envelope to put it in, and it's too fat. It won't fit in here. So this is going to go with it, but there's just a few bits in here. I don't have it stuffed. I put a few. Look at that, baby. Yeah, she's just stunning, right? Just a couple things in here. You could do what you want with it. I mean, I think I have a beautiful tag with another piece in it. You can write on the back. You can write on the back. So that's in one of the pockets. And these are pieces that did not fit in the wallet. They would not fit even though they were flat and not particularly, they don't have a lot on them, but they're just kind of extra writing space for you. You could bling them up yourself, but if I do that, they're not going to fit, right? So anyway, and then we have a couple of pockets back here if you wanted to take some pieces out of there and put them in here. So this is our Bridgerton set. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is Bridgerton Ballroom Regency Romance Wallet. So that is in the shop. If you do not see it, it's already sold. I do not have another one, and I will never make another one. So that's it, guys. I do have another project with the Regency Romance papers, but that is down the line, right? So I've got little strips in there to tell Jolene, you know, what to do with things, what's right, you know, for the listing. Then I have this beautiful 12-inch tall by 4.5-inch journal. This is just a lovely spring romance journal, and it is tied with a gorgeous chiffon, sort of pinky peach chiffon. And you open this up, and she's another stunner. She does have stickles. She's got lace. She's got pearls. See, look at that. Can you see it? Can you catch the light? She's a beauty, right? And then look at that. Look at that. Gorgeous, right? You open her up, and then there are a lot of pearls and a lot of lace. This is a very pearl, lacy, shabby chic look. And let's see, what's the name of this one? This is Tall Shabby Chic Rose Journal. Very rosy. It's got digital. It's got a lot of pretty doilies. It's got lots of pearls and lace again. A lot of pearls and lace on this one. There are journal cards, vintage music paper, folded here. Oops, let me put that in there. We've got a pretty little lace doodad there, snippet. And then, you know, you've got journal cards everywhere, you know. So I feel like every page has something on it. Some kind of bling or pearls, or it's hard to show because you know, so far away. But every page has got gorgeous vintage laces, journal cards, pearls. There's just not butterflies, journal cards. This is 1700s papers, folded with pocket. And it's decorated up. I don't know if you could see. Okay. And I got that one just, you know, that's your center. And then you got some more of that 1700s papers. You can put taller things in it. You can add things. This has room for you to add bits and pieces here. This is a little tuck spot if you want to use it. And you've got pearls. And you've got more. Look at that. So you could tell it's stickled, right? Lace and pearls at the bottom. There's pearls everywhere. This thing is pearled out, blinged out. Lots of little bits tucked in everywhere. Not all of the bits are decorated because, like I said, it gets hard to close these journals if you overfill them. Ooh, I'm getting warm. I got so excited. I got myself all warm. All right, and we got that one and that and more pearls, more bling, more vintage, you know. Just lots of, and this vintage green we used to have in our shop, but it sold out. It was we bought someone's stock out. So some of these laces you can't even get anymore. These are tucked in here. I did add a paper clip because they kept wanting to fall out. But again, you could see, you know, everything. Got some pearls here. We got pearls over here. I tried to stick something in almost every tuck spot, but you know, it's very hard to get everything. There's so much here, right? So, and this is the back page. And again, she's very sparkly, beautiful vintage laces all throughout. And she's a tall journal and she needs a home. So we definitely want to do that. And you just put like that. Okay, see how easy that is? And to close it up, and then I just tied my chiffon on there, right? And isn't this chiffon just yummy? Oh my gosh, I love it. It's a ragged edge chiffon, and I don't think there's anything prettier. It just gives you the age and the beauty and all that pretty soft bow. I mean, yum. So I'm doing more talking over the bigger pieces that are kind of need a little explanation, and the rest I'm just going to whip through here. Okay, so but don't go away because there's so much more. There's boxes and boxes. I have been working my tushy off. This I finished the Bridgerton piece. This one I have been working whenever, you know, I wasn't taking care of my health or not making the healthy, you know, the whole shebang for the day, right? There is another journal that I want to show you. For some reason, there's so many of you ladies that love purple, so I was so surprised when this did not sell. And this is made, look at this, isn't this beautiful? And she has a beautiful pocket here with her love. As you can see, they're a couple. Very romantic. So for those of you who love purple, I would think you would snap this puppy up. Then you open it up and you've got a pocket here. And then you have journal pages to write on, right? Look at all these pages and all the vintage lace. Tons of pages to write on. This is definitely a writing romantic journal. Look at the center. Yummy. Lots of lace down the side. This is a Joey card maker print. And then I added just some vintage papers. Some of this stuff is vintage. It's been in my stash for 20 years, 30 years. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And all these laces are vintage. Look at that. And then you get to the back and you have a beautiful tall writing card and a lovely pocket. I didn't go crazy on the ephemera because I thought this little, we call these a traveler's notebook journal, speaks for itself. Now in the top you have a lovely hidden, look at that. So look at that. Lots of detail in the tags and the pockets that you can write on or not, or just stick a picture on it or write a memory and attach it to it. If the color's too dark, you could always add a piece of paper, staple it on, glue it on. Another hidden pocket. So isn't she beautiful? And then she has another piece inside, and everything is heavily decorated. As you can see, we got bling, bling, pearls, bling, bling, pearls and bling everywhere. And those are tucked in the top. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of lovely ephemera and pockets. And you have one of my butterflies are on here. You've got this beautiful buckle with butterfly. You could see that. So anyway, she is in the shop and ready for a new home. So my purple ladies, I'm going to call you my purple ladies because there are, my daughter, so funny. My daughter and two of my sisters are so into purple. Oh my gosh, they're purple ladies. Love, love, love it. So here we go. We have that one. Isn't she a beauty? Where did her bag go? Oh, she's over here. So I had to show you those in detail because there are definitely things that it's with Etsy, it's really hard to film them and make them look decent. Oh my gosh, it's so difficult, you guys. You have no idea. Then I finished these little folders, and they have chiffon. They have journal cards. You open it up. They're basically an ephemera folder, but they're full of ephemera you can write on. You can either use them in other journals, use as is. This would be a great little gift for somebody who likes to do a little bit of journaling, or they want to add some pictures. Great for Mother's Day. Tuck it in an Easter basket for your teens. If your teens like romance, some teens do. They're not all stuck on their iPads, or their phones or their whatevers. I have 2 of those available in the shop. Here is the other one. This one's Heavily Roses. I won't open that one because it's got basically the same things. Oh yeah, forgot. There's pockets on the back, a pocket there. There's a lot, and a pocket here, and then on the inside. Oh, okay, I'll open it. And then on the inside, of course, and they're pearled up and laced up and blinged up, So each one is kind of their own little gift, you know what I mean? But these are wonderful little girlfriend gifts, happy mail. Oh, you got someone that you're thinking about, and maybe they just need to be cheered up. They've had a bad start to their new year for whatever reason, or they've lost someone. These actually would be lovely to send to someone who maybe lost a loved one or lost a kitty or a puppy and they need cheering up. These would be so lovely for that. It says, I'm thinking of you, and they could put little pictures of their pets in there, and they could add little notes and things. You could put up some pretty sayings inside, tuck some things in it, and I think these would be lovely for your, so we have 2 of those that are going to go into the shop. Then, and I worked on all of these while you haven't seen me, and I'm going to go quicker now. Okay, we've got an envelope full of goodies. We have a beautiful tall journal card. These I made many, many moons ago and have finished them up. We've got a tall envelope, and isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. It's got a little hang tag. You pop the top. You have to do it carefully though, because this could rip. And you have another lovely card on the back. This is a lovely gift, especially if you have like a grandmother or someone you want to give something pretty to. I would say this is the set to beat, and these are some snippets that I made that I used to decorate, and stamps that I made. These are handmade stamps, all blinged out, beautiful set, and that's 5 pieces here. So these are in the shop. Okay. These are the pieces I especially wanted to show you. Now, this is a full page. It covers your full page, and it's a double pocket. It's got 2 pockets. You glue it on the page, and you end up with pocket back here. With the way you glue it on, it will cover an entire journal page. And then you end up here. Where'd it go? Oh, I know that pocket's there. There it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's a pocket there, there's a pocket here, and they all have journal cards that can be written on, and you just glue it on your page, right? And so if you have a white page in your journal and you're thinking, what am I going to do with that page? These are page ephemera, and I have 2 of those for you. There's this one, and she has that and that to go with her. And again, you glue it down. Oh, yep. And one at the top. Oh, I forgot. There's one at the top up there too. Yeah, I forget everything that's here. There's actually 3 pieces of ephemera to that. This little girl, what does she have at the top? Oh, she's got an Eiffel Tower at the top of her. So this one's more French, and this one is more rosy lady, really pretty, right? So these are in the shop as well. Again, these are all pieces that are very budget friendly. Then I have double set of these little ones. I'm not going to open both of them, but I'll show you the outside. And you just open it up. It's a pocket that you can put something in it. And I did not fill these pockets because I felt like that's probably something you want to match in your journal, that you just want to and then we've got this one. These are fabulous. This is an envelope, and it has 2 pockets, and they are heavily blinged out. Aren't they gorgeous? And let me show you the other one. Pretty, pretty, right? So these are all got pearls and all kinds of beautiful little goodies. And there are 2 of these in the shop. There's pretty much either 2 or a set of 2, depending upon, you know, what I made way back when. Where's the other envelope? There it is. So there's 2 of these. Here's another one. They're sold separately. This one's a little lighter pink, and it's got, oh, pretty little girl. You open it up. So these go inside, stick them in a pocket in a journal, or you could wrap it around, but just paper clip it. Aren't these beautiful? Look at the beautiful little girls. Aren't they gorgeous? Okay. So that's a 3-piece set. And they're in the shop. I can't want to say will be. They are in the shop, because when you see this video, everything's in the shop. If you don't see them, they're gone. This is a lovely set of 3, and I love this. This is supposed to be, isn't that cute? It's like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces inside of it. You have a notepad paper clip here. So this is a set of 3. And then you have this darling little vintage piece with a seal on it. So these 3 pieces come together, right? Aren't they pretty? Oh my gosh. I was working on these, you guys. This is what I've been making. All of this stuff I have been making since before Christmas. I have worked my little booty off on all of this. Again, this had 5 pieces. That's the background. And I tried to get journal cards that went with it. This is a lovely paper clip, a giant paper clip that goes in. This one isn't a notepad. And then we have a bigger piece with a bit of a wax seal. This one's just, you know, just for looks. I didn't want to put a big heavy wax seal on it. And honestly, that was made when I first started doing wax seals. So, you know. All right, guys. So these are all in the shop, ready to be sold. As I'm showing you here, I'm getting them ready for Jolene. But when you see this video, see that when I was prepping everything for Jolene in this video to go into the shop. So, yeah. These trays are going over to her, and she's going to do her thing with them, right? So, I've got more. Hopefully you're not bored. If you are, I apologize. But that's what this video is about, is to share with you all the things I've been making and what has gone into the shop. Now, I have 2 pen sets that are going into the shop. Where did they go? Oh, I gave them to Joe. Oh, I don't have them here. They're already listed. Okay. So then I've got these beautiful, these were my top seller. They sold out in just a few minutes last time. These are just stunning, if I do say so myself. These are pens, and these with a dangle, and they have a paper clip. So what you do with these, gosh, do I have a journal, you guys? Probably. One sec. I have to show you. These are great for journals, for happy planners, for any kind of notebook. They've got a paper clip on them, so you can put them on the front page or the back page. You clip it on. Could go with a book. Maybe you're reading a book, but you make notes. Maybe you're doing a Bible study. These are fabulous for that, because you have the paper clip, you have the pen, you just put it right back in there. And then you have this pretty little charm. I would put it on a heavier page than that. But so that's what those are. Okay. And I have 8 of these. Now, how long I'll have 8, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to show them all to you, but I will show you that some of them have ladies, some have perfume bottles, some have roses. I have pinks, I have peaches, I have white. These are fabulous Mother's Day gift. Last time I had ladies buy multiples, they asked me for more, and I honestly, with doing videos, couldn't get back to them. So you can see, these are just a few. There's some more here. Got that one, which is more whites, simpler, and then I've got a rose. This one's stunner too. Look at that. Yummy, right? Look at that pink and blue. Beautiful, right? If you're a pink and blue girl. All right, I've got them all out now. There you go. I'll just put them back in their bags later, because I need to photograph these. But, you know, like I said, they're already in the shop for you guys. But the day I'm making this, they're not in the shop yet. But they will be. When you see this, they will be. Oh, there you go. There's a green one. Another perfume bottle. So, oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. And they have a beautiful, gorgeous pen that matches your, like this one has a white pen. This one has a blue pen. This one has a green pen to match. I tried to get something to match. This one has a pink pen. They don't write in that. They're just standard writing pen, but they're a smooth writing pen, and I love these pens. They're beautiful. I tested them all. They should write. Hopefully shipping doesn't do anything weird to them, but I tested every pen, so I know they work. So there are the pens. They are in the shop, ready to go. Perfect for Mother's Day, Easter, girlfriend, whatever. This is a winter one, and I decided to go ahead and show it. And it's got a beautiful netting tie. It has a stunning, beautiful gold and white snowflake, because that's kind of the color. And this is just a little folio folder. Let's see, do I have to take that off? I probably do. Can I? Maybe I can just pull it off and I won't have to untie it, and I'll put it back on after the video. Yeah. All right, so you open it up, and this is winter all the way. Isn't this cute? And then you have all these darling little tags to use. Now, what I was thinking, it's a good holder for you to use if you're working on a kit, or it's just a great little gift, or it's just for you because you like it. You love all these retro, vintage, Victorian, well, these are Victorian era, actually, photos. And I just thought this was the cutest little thing, and I enjoyed making it very much. So that's going to be, that is in the shop. I have got, oh, not those. Okay. Well, I do. I have a couple of Marie Antoinette notebooks. I sold these before. They went like crazy. Hold on a minute. It comes with a beautiful gold pen. And as a thank you, you also get a dangle and a, what do you call it? Charm. So you get the Marie Antoinette. This is the notebook. You have a pocket here. You have a beautiful gold pen to match. You have this beautiful notebook. And then I believe these are 4x6. And then this is removable. So you could use it as just a folder. And I've written Marie Antoinette there. She's got a little tag. And then you have this fabulous notebook that you can use, right? And it does come out, which I thought was good because you could change the notebook out if you wanted. Use them separately or together. I have 2 of these in the shop with pen. So I think those are fabuloso. Okay, I'm going to have a lot of work to do when I'm done here. I had all that bagged up and ready to go. And realized I had not shared a video with you. What? This one I have to show because we both worked on this together for a long time, and it's done. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Very retro, very vintage, very elegant, more grungy, which is, you know, I want to say vintage and Victorian, and it's got a lot of goodies in it. It's got, this is a giant card actually with a pocket that has these 2. And then a pocket in the back. And then it's also got some things like that in there, you know. So you got that. You have a beautiful letter. I think I showed this in a video. I think you guys have seen it. Well, it's now in the shop. We also have a little space for a tag there. We have this one that kind of sits in the middle, and it's got a room for a tag there. These are, it's pockets. Those are all separate. You have a pocket over here that has guest check, pretty cute one. Oh, is there anything else in there? I don't think so. And then you have this pocket over here, and it's got all of these lovely bits and pieces and a letter. So they go over here. So this is also, this little set is also in the shop and ready to be sold. It needs a home. Oh, it's called Vintage Road Trip. Road Trip and Patterns. Vintage Road Trip is what this one's called. Retro Vintage Road Trip. Oh, I had to share that with you because it's lovely. You've seen these little mini doohickeys I did in a video. Oh, they're both closed. So those are in there. You've seen these red, well, they're sort of red and pink bags with a lot of ephemera in it. Okay. So those are also in the shop. I'm just letting you know what's here because I know some of you asked me about these and wanted to know when they were going in, and we kept thinking they were, and my health just didn't allow it. So I've worked hard to get everything ready to go into our shop. They're in there, ready to be sold. Ready for you to take them home and get, yeah, there's another one there. We have this one, this is one of my all-time favorites. This is Marie Antoinette inspired. Isn't it beautiful? And this is a little round tag book. And she's in between each one, she has a little charm. So between every page is a gorgeous charm. So a charm between each of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. Could be written on, dangled on a, maybe you've made a Marie Antoinette journal and you want to add something to it. So we have that one. This one has the same feel to it. So there's 2 of those in that pack. I'm almost done, guys. Almost done. Hang in. You saw these sewing books. This was my very last video, I believe. Nope, it wasn't these guys. Sorry. These are 2 sewing bits and pieces. I'm not going to take them apart and show them, but I will let you know they're in there. Then I got pieces you haven't seen. I don't think. I think well, maybe we did. I don't know. I'm grabbing bits and pieces off my desk here because I really want to show you. And then this is an over the page pockets. So it goes like this, and you have and then you flip it over. The other side of the page goes like this. And when I say over the page, for those of you who don't know, maybe you're getting started and you want to buy ephemera to put into your journals. That's what this stuff is for. Is you just put it over your page like this. You can add a paper clip or leave it as, because it's heavy enough, it will stay. And then you have pockets and you lift this up and you still have writing space. So it doesn't take away any writing space, but gives your page something pretty to be decorated with, right? So that's how those work. And they are lovely. And then I have belly bands, which you guys know what belly bands are. It goes down either the front or the middle or the side. You glue on each side here. And then all you have to do is tuck your ephemera under your belly band. So it's a set of 2. That's a set of 1. Well, actually there's 2 pieces of ephemera that go in the pockets. Here's another one in blues that goes over the page. Isn't this beautiful? I made these some time ago. And that one, not pretty. And then these are more simple, but these are, again, something that you would glue on. And this is a pocket, but it is a page pocket. So you can write on that. You glue it down on 3 sides. You can put something back there, and then you open this and you can write. You get 2 of these. Okay, same thing there. Glue them down, whatever you want to do. All right, I'm going to leave this one. I notice I need 2. There's a little, something was loose there. I'll fix that. All right. And I think I'm about done, guys. 1 or 2 more little goodies. You can see I've been a busy, busy girl. I have this gorgeous set. This is a spring set. Lots of butterflies. It's got a beautiful pocket at the top. We have got all kinds of, little goodies. Is this a paper clip? No, it came off something. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out what it came off of. Oh, I would say this tag maybe. All right, I've got a little glue work to do there. Oh, it was probably glued on here somewhere. I'm going to have to figure out where that was glued on at, guys. I don't remember. So, and then, you know, we've got a journaling card in here. And then we have journaling cards here. And we have a bunch of doilies in all the pretty colors with a lot of little tags and journal cards. So this is a really pretty piece. Oh, yeah, and then one on the back. Now, this can be used separately as a separate gift. It's a great Happy Mail, good Mother's Day gift. Like I said, I got to do a little something there. And then there's a pretty little thank you here that goes with it, but I'm not going to tell you what that is. So that's got to go with that. I've got to do some glue in there. I got to get my glue out. Well, I get a little rough with things sometimes, or I just missed it the first time around. You've seen this set a number of times. I keep saying I'm going to put it into the shop, and I haven't. I'm kicking myself because I know there was a couple ladies waiting for this set. This is more of a Rococo, old world feel. These ladies are gorgeous. Look at these. And these are thank yous. Never mind. You don't get to see those. But this one's got all kinds of goodies in the back of the pocket. And then, because there's three pockets there on the back of this piece. And this one is a folder, I believe. I haven't opened it in a little while. It's the last piece, guys. And it is full of goodies. So it's a beautiful piece, standalone or all together as a set that you could give someone, or you could build a journal around it. I don't mind it if you use my pieces in a journal, as long as you do not claim them as yours. I'm okay with it. And if it's just something you're putting in and it's got my tag on the back or something, just leave it there. That shows them that you know, were able to get a hold of some of my pieces, and, you know, and then they come in this beautiful chiffon bag, right? So you get the whole set in a gorgeous chiffon bag, and it's a great way to store the pieces or keep them or whatever you want to do. Okay, so that was the last one, I think, guys. There may be, now there are other new supplies in the shop too. You may see some ribbons. You may see some of Jolene's work will be in there. You might see, I'm not sure what else you might see in there, but you're definitely going to see some beautiful new pieces. We've got some new pretty bags coming in for spring that you can use to put in your journals as pockets and things. I'm just going to leave that sitting there. And like I said, there's only 6 of the Pink Parisian kits that include the paper pad. You can get these papers and all the other digitals I used at a Jeweled Design, which is Jolene's part of the shop. I'm looking for my card. Where's my cards? I should have them right where I can get them. And I know I do, but you know what happens is I did so much organizing in this room. Honestly, that's part of why you haven't seen me, is I have worked and worked on the room. I've worked on my organization, but unfortunately, when you work on your organization, sometimes I've lost my business card, our business card. How silly is that? Well, Lordy, how did that happen? You guys, how did I lose my own business card? Well, that's silly. For Jeweled Design and for Design Journal and Supply. Now, you will find all of the pieces that I have finished. Don't mind me. There it is. Hold on. I see it. How did I lose that? I mean, really. Sometimes I wonder about myself. All right. So, what I was saying is, if you just want the kit and you don't want to buy the box and you want to get things individually, you can get them at our Design Journal and Supply shop. You can find a direct link under this video. If you would like to get just digitals for this, is a Jeweled Design. So Design Journal and Supply will be the boxes. A Jeweled Design is just the kits. If you want to get printed kits of words or other things, you're going to find them at a Jeweled Design. Does that make sense? So all the digital stuff is at a Jeweled Design except for the kits, and the kits are at Design Journal and Supply. We have 2 shops, okay? So a Jeweled Design, and you're going to find direct links to these shops below this video. You'll see a little V, or you'll see the word more. You tap on it, the screen will open, and you will see a direct link to a Jeweled Design and to Design Journal and Supply. Okay, so one is for digitals, the other is for all the supplies, all the papery stuff you can find in the shop, and then individually, like if you just wanted a whole bunch of glassine bags, or you wanted a whole bunch of paper bags, or you wanted a whole bunch of envelopes, go to, you know, Design Journal and Supply. Now, Jolene said that she can print any kit, any digital kit that you would like. She can do a print and ship. Message her. If you have questions about anything you saw here, anything you're not sure about, anything that you have questions about, please message her at Design Journal and Supply, okay? Or you could go to a Jeweled Design if you can't find her at the other one. Please keep in mind, you know, it's just the 2 of us running these shops. and creating. So, and I would like to ask that if you ever have an issue, something you're not happy with, something you're surprised at, something that doesn't please you about what you've purchased from us, please let us know, and we will do everything we absolutely can to fix it. Please don't just slap a 1 or a 2 on your review, because it hurts the shop and it drops our rating with Etsy, and then you're going to have a really hard time finding us. And it hurts us terribly. If someone writes a review, I'll give you an example. Someone said, oh, it was not what I expected. Well, we do. Please, please, please read the title and then read the description. Item description. There's a little spot on every single Etsy shop. There's a little spot that says item description, or description or something like that. You press that and it will give you the details to tell you. Usually it'll tell you how big something is. But we also have that little dot below that first picture. If you swipe on that, you will definitely see like measurements, or you'll see like if it's a bow and you're expecting a certain size bow, usually we set it on a ruler so you can see, oh, it's an inch, it's an inch and a half, it's a half an inch, it's whatever. Please look at the pictures carefully. Please read the description carefully, because we don't want you discouraged. Someone was angry because they thought they were getting a big giant piece of lace for almost next to nothing, and it says right on the description 12 inches. So if it says 12 inches, that's what you're getting. You're not getting 36 inches. We either sell it by 12, by 9. We sell our expensive, especially our vintage laces, by 9 inches, 12 inches, or 36. Because sometimes people just want a little pocket, or they just want to put it on some journal cards. We're not there for the dressmaker who needs, 5 yards of something. We just don't. We've sold out a lot of where we had 40 to 400 yards of things. We've sold it all out. So, we do sell it from 9 inches to 12 inches to 36 inches. Please, please read the descriptions carefully so you know what you're getting, okay? And a lot of times on ephemera, there's not exact, but you'll get an idea at 4 to 6. We say approximately because, rulers are different and that kind of thing. But we try to be really careful. We try very, very hard to make all of you happy. If you ever have a question, please, please ask it. Read carefully. And, because we want to make you happy. We want you to love our shop. We want to be there for you. We want to keep it open. If we get bad reviews, we won't keep it open. We haven't gotten very many. We had 1 or 2 people that were fussy, but it's because they didn't read. I do it. I've done it a million times. I've ordered something really in a hurry, not read that it was only a half an inch instead of an inch. I ended up with something I didn't really want, but there's no return on most of these. So you can't, in our shop, we have no return policy. So please read carefully, but we do try to fix. And many people will contact Jolene and say, hey, can you get me 20 of this instead of a mix? Sometimes she can, sometimes she can't, but she always tries. She goes so far out of her way to love on you, to give you good thank you gifts, to make sure you're happy with your orders and you're happy with us, because we love all of you. We want everyone to be very, very happy with us. So I hope that if you purchase any of those pieces that I showed you, you're happy with them all, because, they're non-refundable and they're one of a kind. I do not make most of these. I will never make again. Well, I can't, because I don't have the same lace or ribbon or fabric or kits. I've sold them. I've used them all. I've cut them all up. Some of those pieces that I showed you, I don't even know what kits they came from. They were made so long ago, sitting in baskets. Oh my gosh, you guys, I found basket after basket after basket of stuff full of ephemera. And I'm like, wow, I got a lot to work on. I still found another 4 or 5 that are full of ephemera that needs to be completed. I was doing videos and I was in a hurry, and I'd do 1 or 2, but we'd maybe made 5 bases, or I'd gotten 3/4 the way done. But so that is my goal this year, is to finish those pieces. And that's what all that stuff I showed you. I'm looking to make sure I showed you everything I wanted to show you. Pretty much. So the shop is full of about 30 new items. So go and have a look, have a play, enjoy it all. Thank you for watching, you guys. I'm so happy to be back with you. I will see you again all very soon. I love you guys. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.